Welcome back. Today I'm going to go over the how does the LA wildfires up in the rental market. This is a very tragic story as we know, and our hearts go out to all the people that are affected by this very devastating wildfire, and this just displaced so many people. Hundreds of thousands of people were affected throughout Los Angeles. Let's hope and pray that people, there are resources there to provide and to help with the recovery. It'll be a very, very long recovery, to say the least. So with that in mind, I'm going to go over this article by Housing Wire. LA fires upend rental market as residents scramble for housing. All right. So yeah, the nearly 2,000 homes, businesses, and other structures have been destroyed, with many displaced residents scouting for rental properties and temporary shelter. So, look, the Pacific Palisades and Malibu, if you see the image of the fires destroying all these multi-million dollar homes, then there are various different areas of fires occur. One is in Pasadena. The other ones is in more inland in the northwest part of LA, or the wildfire are affected by it. Anyway, so it's very, very devastating. And anyway, so what properties are available to lease for people that no longer have the habitable house anymore? So in a way, landlords are really going to profit from this crisis, from this unfortunate situation. So we're talking who are those landlords that will be available to assist with the displaced homeowners. Landlords who own multi-units, right? We're talking apartment buildings. We talk about 10-unit, multi-units, fourplex, duplex. Investors and landlords, they own this type of properties. They will welcome these displaced homeowners, and unfortunately, they will charge higher than fair market rent, because a lot of these homeowners, they their multi-million dollar homes were completely destroyed in various areas, locations. So they have the means to pay. Okay. They still have a lot of money. They still can pay the rent for how long? Few months, a couple of years, whatever. Any kind of homeowners that even have a single family home, they could rent out a bedroom at a time and charge higher than fair market rent, or homeowners who have ADUs, additional dwelling unit in LA area, they could also open up their homes for to rent. So anyway, so here's the next highlight. But for those seeing that already witness price gouging, you can see price gouging. Look, the fair market rent. The fair market rent of let's say a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, single family home in the good areas. Normally, the fair market rent, let's say $5,000, $6,000. Well, you will see this type of desirable rental homes can be rented for $10,000 a month. You will see that. Well, it depends on what locations and who are they renting to. Any kind of landlord that have a single family home and they're renting by the room, they could very well, instead of charge $1,000 per room in a particular house, in 3-bedroom, 2-bath, whatever, a house where the owner live in one of the bedroom and they rent out the other 2 bedrooms. The fair market rent to rent a bedroom is at least $1,000, maybe $2,000. So now, with the severity of the demand for rentals and the lack of supply, this one room rent by the room, the landlord can gouge. I'm not saying this in a negative way. I mean, then there's some I guess there's some legal limitations as to how much a landlord can charge. Maybe I don't know the exact laws in California, even though I live in San Francisco Bay Area for the past 33 years. You can rent by the room. You can charge, instead of $1,000, you may be able to charge $1,500 to $2,000 to rent by the room. Or if someone have a very good ADU, additional dwelling unit in the backyard, 500 square foot, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, ADU, they could rent that for like $3,000 a month. Again, on a fourplex, a $2 million fourplex somewhere, in LA, let's say 500 square foot to 800 square foot, the typical market rent, depending on the location, if it is in Pacific Palisades, then, per unit, or the duplex, triplex, or fourplex in that area, I don't know, you probably charge like $5,000 a month. People willing to pay, right? Those displaced homeowners, a lot of them, their homes that got destroyed. If you look at the Malibu area where some of the homes were destroyed, some homes are not destroyed or sitting next to each other. So it's very interesting. In some neighborhoods, some homes are completely unscathed from the fire, where the neighbor's home was completely destroyed. I mean, we're talking about these homes in Malibu, like $30 million, $50 million houses in Malibu. And in Pacific Palisades, depending on the particular neighborhood, they're like $10 million, $15, $20 million houses. So these wealthy homeowners, yeah, they lost their homes, but they still have money. They need to rent somewhere as they rebuild their lives. And in Pasadena, Pasadena are affected. I have several people that I know whose homes got destroyed in Pasadena, and that's part of the wildfire locations. So it's cheaper to rent inland in Pasadena and in the upper valley, But anyway, so let's go on. So this guy founder, Anthony Margulis, father of Almaty Estates. But those are the same where have already witnessed price gouging. You're seeing landlords price gouging, as I mentioned. And a lot of people are actively searching for rentals in the LA area. So you're seeing several landlords have increased their rent by 50%. This is mind-boggling. So John Graff, a Los Angeles-based CEO of Ashby and Graff Real Estate, said that the search for temporary housing will be problematic, quote unquote. That's an understatement. As LA tries to rebuild, the housing supply here, both rental and for purchase, is incredibly short, and the prices are incredibly high as a result, he said. Obviously, there will be anti-gouging measures in place to prevent anything nefarious. Oh, wow, what a big word, nefarious, from going on, but the prices still are what they are. Yeah, you can try to regulate price gouging, but look, listen, it's just price gouging is so rampant and so prevalent all throughout Southern California. It is very hard to regulate, right? So, personally, I'm a real estate investor. This is what I do, and I help a lot of investors to buy cash flow rental properties all over the U.S. for the past several decades. And personally, I have rental homes in many locations in the U.S., including among the best locations are in Hawaii, in Texas, in California. Of course, that's where I live, the San Francisco Bay Area, and Florida. So lucky for me, over the years, I was able to diversify my real estate portfolio, whereby, hey, look, worst case scenario, if I lost one of my home due to wildfire or hurricane, whatever, then I've always have somebody to live, right, among various homes. So I'm just saying that my investors, they own a lot of rental properties, cash flow properties all over the country. So they're in good shape because they invest for the long term. They know the value of a home as a shelter, a scenario, and also have the ability to enjoy their wealth long term owning rental properties, mostly single family homes and duplexes and triplex and fourplex. So firstly, I will never have any kind of fear of being homeless. And so that's how you take control of your financial life, by buying rental properties, good cash flow rental properties in good growth markets, low affordable markets in the country. Unfortunately, I don't have any rental homes in Southern California. I wish I did. I still could buy down there if I want to, buy a fourplex for $2 million in Southern California, right? Yeah, in a decent area, and collect a lot of cash flow. That's in the future, not right now. All right, so let's get back to this article. So the issue right now we believe there are 2,000 to 3,000 people displaced, and there are only about 200 rentals available. We're talking, right? The demand for rentals for these displaced homeowners far exceed supply of rentals available. So therefore, price gouging is going to occur. I mean, this is the reality of what's going on, right? I mean, I hate to say the word capitalist. Landlords in Southern California is being capitalizing on this very unfortunate situation. I don't know. I'm not here to take sides. I'm just reporting the reality of what's going on. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Urban Land Institute says the region is unfortunately already struggling to provide affordable and attainable housing. Yes, we all get that. Housing costs in California is the highest in the country. There's nothing gonna change that. So there will be absolutely be increased pressures on the housing market as we come out of the wildfires that we're seeing now, and that it will be particularly difficult for rental properties, this person said. Okay, from the Lindsay Brugger from the Urban Land Institute. So, and she says, as we look to the month ahead and begin to think about what recovery and rebuilding might look like, that is where we might want to start thinking about how our housing stock can be better prepared for future wildfires. I guess so, right? It requires a joint collective effort by the local city, county, and the landlords and the housing industry to come together and the FEMA and all those governmental agencies, working together to restore and help people go through recovery process. Because look, this house, people, a house is the most valuable asset for any individuals in a country. For them to lose a shelter that people so grown accustomed to living, and all of a sudden their lives are destroyed just like that. It's beyond materialistic, right? It's all about emotional aspects of it. It's just very, very disappointing, and I feel really, really bad for those displaced homeowners for something this catastrophic to happen to them. So my hearts are really pray for them to rebuild their financial lives, not just their personal lives. Anyway, so building, in the future, the future, who knows? Building scale wildfire mitigation strategies, quote unquote, and materials that are fire resistant. This include, cementitious siding, metal roofs, asphalt shingles, concrete or day roof tiles, and protective vents to keep embers from entering a home. So landscaping is a big one. I know people, are trying to fireproof their homes in the future, but a lot of the homes in LA, in California, are very, very old. They are 50 to 100 years old. It's very expensive to build fire-resistant homes, on top of the expense of home ownership as it is, right? So it's very, very challenging. It'll take years to recover, in Los Angeles. So at the end of the day, I call on landlords such as myself and my investors I help for many, many years to buy rental properties across the nation. We need to, find a way to help out others, provide a good home shelter for renters and tenants, and not try to be too greedy, whatever. Just these people need help. You have to be sympathize with these people. So that's the way I look at it. As a landlord, you have the obligation to help people maintain their sanity by providing a good home for them to live, enjoy for themselves and their family. So don't try to price gouge. I mean, yes, I understand due to the limited amount of rentals in Los Angeles area and tremendous amount of demand, you could charge above market rent for a little bit, but don't try to price gouge. That's immoral. That's unethical. That could be illegal depending on the laws associated with that. Anyway, so I'm just putting my 2 cents into this matter, and that's what I have to say. So if you receive any value from this video, please like and subscribe to and comment on my YouTube channel, and comment also whether you or yourself were affected by the wildfire happened this week, and people you know and that are affected by it and or displaced by it, share with me what are their situation, what's going on with them. I would love to hear your thoughts. And again, we pray for those people who are affected adversely by these wildfires, which is very, very tragic. And I have few clients and few friends also are affected by the wildfire in LA. So I pray for them as well. All right. So finally, if you want to be a part of my network, free member of our network, all I have to do is just on the body of my description, put your email on there in there. So you become a part of our free member of our real estate investment network. So every morning in your email inbox, you will receive some free educational contents about real estate investing opportunities, housing markets, and the whole everything's to help you educate yourself. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching and listening. And I'll see you next time. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.